The moment I saw her standing at the Parkview Villas Community Hall podium with that ridiculous PowerPoint presentation, I knew this was going to be a long night. The title on the screen read Baby or Banshee, an audio analysis of infant screaming, in bold red letters. She wore bright orange earplugs on a chain around her neck, a suspiciously decorative medical neck brace, and held up a digital decibel meter flashing 78 dB in green. "Do we not have standards?" she shrieked into the microphone, louder than my 6-month-old daughter could ever manage. I sat in the back row, gently bouncing my daughter Meher on my knee while she chewed on a teether. My phone was already loaded with 3 months of security footage I had labeled Ronnie's Barking Brigade, Volume 4. She had no idea what was coming. My name is Haider Khan, a single father who made the mistake of moving into Parkview Villas 3 months ago. I work from home as a software developer. I thought a quiet neighborhood would be good for raising Meher. The agent promised a family-friendly atmosphere. What she didn't mention was that the HOA secretary lived right next door, **** Ronnie Aslam ***, self-declared noise police. Meher was just 6 months old. Happy baby. Laughed at peekaboo, loved mashed bananas, and yes, cried sometimes, because she's human. But according to Ronnie, her crying violated her basic right to silence. On one side, I had the warm-hearted Siddiquis, a retired couple who brought over food and offered to babysit. On the other, Ronnie's spotless white double-story with a lawn like a golf course, and 3 Pomeranians named Princess, Duchess, and Destructor. Each wore rhinestone collars matching Ronnie's daily velour suits, and barked at air. She called it acoustic excellence. I called it madness. 2 weeks after we moved in, I found a letter taped to my front door. HOA violation, unreasonable infant volume. Ronnie signed it in purple ink. According to her, Meher's cries were sonically aggressive and deliberately disruptive. She suggested I move the nursery into the garage. The garage. The following Monday, 6 a.m., she started ringing the bell. Clipboard in hand. Fake concern oozing. Just checking on the baby. That much crying can't be normal. Have you taken her to a specialist? By week 3, she was in full conspiracy mode, claiming Meher's crying triggered canine distress across the block. At the next HOA meeting, she said I was using the baby as a weapon to start barking chain reactions. She brought a hand-drawn chart connecting Meher's feeding times to dog barking spikes. I didn't lose my cool. I got smart. I installed 3 high-quality mics around my house and built a system to log every bark, yip, and howl. Within a week, I had pure data. Princess barked at least 120 times a day. Duchess barked at every delivery truck, 6 times a day for 15 minutes straight. But Destructor? He barked nonstop from 2:30 to 4 p.m., every single day. I made a 73-slide PowerPoint. The Mathematics of Muffin, a comprehensive bark-based analysis of community noise pollution. Audio clips. Graphs. Decibel charts. Time stamps. I filed a formal HOA complaint, citing Section 8.3b, persistent animal noise. I even used the same formatting Ronnie used, purple font and all. Dorothy Mirza, the HOA president, was fed up with Ronnie's nonsense. She called a special session. I handed every board member a printed report. Ronnie walked in wearing hot pink velour, her dogs barking the moment they entered. The irony flew right past her. My presentation showed Meher cried 4 times a day, 15 minutes max, at 65 dB. Her dogs? 85 dB on average, 6 hours total per day. It wasn't even close. Board member Shoaib Bhatti, who lived 3 doors down, stood up mid-meeting. I kept a log too. Destructor barked for 47 minutes straight during my granddaughter's birthday. We had to move the party inside. The vote, unanimous. Ronnie got an official violation. All 3 dogs were declared habitual nuisance barkers. They had to wear bark-dampening collars outdoors and stay inside 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Ronnie's face turned the same color as her jumpsuit. She called it discrimination against K9 Pakistanis. Nobody bought it. Dorothy banged her gavel $500 fine per violation moving forward. But Ronnie wasn't done. 2 weeks later, she walked her dogs without the collars, right past my porch. 2:15 p.m. I hit record. Sent the footage straight to the HOA. 3 dogs. No collars. Within 48 hours, $1,500 fine. She was also banned from HOA meetings and complaints for 6 months. The best part? Her dogs were now marked as nuisance-level pets in the HOA record. Any future buyer would see it. When she tried adopting a 4th dog? Rejected for irresponsible pet ownership. 2 months later, her house was up for sale. She was gone by the weekend. Meher, now 8 months old and proudly showing off 2 new teeth, squealed and waved by from the window. According to the Siddiqui's Tea Circle, Ronnie moved to a pet-free retirement complex 60 kilometers away. Within a week, she had already filed 3 noise complaints, 1 against Bingo Night, 1 against the gardener's blower, and 1 against birds. As for us? Peace. Laughter. The new neighbors expecting twins said, "Hope our babies aren't too loud." I just smiled. I even framed that original HOA citation and hung it above Meher's crib. The plaque reads, "My first citation, from Auntie Ronnie. February 2024. Dorothy dropped by last week with cookies. In 30 years of HOA work, she said, I've never seen anyone hoist with their own barking dog quite like that." Meher giggled. Somewhere, Destructor barked in the distance. But not on our street.